Many times must I forgive and try to move on from the past? But deep down inside, I know I have to leave you because there'll never be a past. It seems to me like it's all a planned pattern. You hurt me, then you keep messing up, and then you run back to me because you know it's my weakness. My seeing your tears and hearing your fears, I'd run back to you and drown in your tears. I try not to keep lying, but deep down inside, I really know why. I really know why. Don't wanna see the truth. Yeah, yeah. God knows I tried. I tried not to keep lying. So sick and tired of being sick and tired of you and your life. See, it's plain to me that you and I were never meant to be. It took some time for me to see that my love for you won't make you do right by me. So there's no mistake. Taking more from you, but deep down inside, I really know why. Yeah, yeah, yeah. God knows I tried not to keep lying. But deep down inside, I really know why. Shanrae's June 2023 Indie Artist Music Showcase. And I am so elated to have artist D.Yale on with us this evening. Oh my goodness, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing well. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Awesome. And can you please tell the viewing audience who you are and where are you from?
Okay, I am D.Yale Williams Davis. My artist name is D.Yale, and I am from Mobile, Alabama.
Awesome. So we're in neighboring states. I'm in Atlanta, and so you're in Mobile. Okay, and that's I have family in Mobile. Okay. So neighboring states. Yes, so good to hear. Yes. All right. So can you tell the viewing audience, when did you first get into the music scene as an indie artist?
Actually, it's only been 6 months. I would say back in October. Yes. And that's because I started out writing a book. The book is called Lyrical Inspiration, and it's a book it's a collection of poetry and prose. And I wrote it around the time when, COVID was high and people were depressed. And, I was going through a depression. I was hearing about children in school, wanting to commit suicide. There was just a lot going on. And I had this book of poems and I've had it for years. And I decided, you know what, let me put it out there and share it with other people. And so I took that book and I said, you know what, let me start writing some songs from some of the titles of my poems. And that's how it started. And I released my first song back in November of 2022.
Oh my goodness, she's a baby in this. This is awesome. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay, so we have a baby that's into the artistry, coming on the scene as an indie artist. And y'all know I'm a veteran. I've been in this game for about 35 years. This is really awesome to hear. I'm going to go on and I want to start showing some of her beautiful, beautiful pictures as we move on. So D.Yale, can you please tell the viewing audience what genre of music that you're titled as and also your targeted demographic?
Okay, it's R&B and soul and jazz. And my targeted audience would be 35 and up.
Yes, a grown and sexy. That's right.
Yes, ma'am.
Grown and sexy. I love that. Okay. That is so good to hear. And y'all know I love to show pictures. I'm looking at these beautiful pictures. I'm gonna back some up here a little bit again. As you can see, her name, I love the way her name is spelled. Her artistry name, can you tell them again your artistry name?
D.Yale. It's just D.Yale. So I just took out the A and the N. So it's D.Yale.
I love it. Yes, you see, I love her creativity. So you can't get it wrong. If you want to find her on YouTube or wherever, you'll be like she said, D.Yale. And look at this.
Thank you.
Beautiful. She's so photogenic, I tell you. So, what are your future goals and plans as an indie artist? Because you're so new at this. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is awesome.
Well, first of all, definitely to just grow. With my book, it was a ministry. With the music, it's the same thing.
Yes.
Music is nothing more than poetry in motion.
That's right.
Yes. And so my music is about love. And I just want to spread that. There's so many things that we have to contend with in this world, so much negativity. And, I just want to put something out there to make people feel good, to make it relatable. And that's my goal, is just to get it out there. Get the songs, get the lyrics out there for people to hear and to enjoy, to vibe to.
Yes. Oh my! I'm honored, honestly, to have, like I said, a newbie. I'm 6 months in this, and this is such an exciting journey. I'm telling you. So, and everyone's journey is unique.
Yes.
My journey is different than a whole lot of other people's journey, and so it's unique. It's awesome. maybe what took me a long time to do, it's not going to take you a long time to do, because when I got started, that was before social media. It was before YouTube. It was before all of these things. And so you're really on a very exciting journey. And then how you're very, very versatile, because like you said, you do poetry as well as singing. So intertwining all of that together. And I'm looking at these pictures here. These are some live. I took some snapshots of her singing live online. And I was like, look, she got the face. She knows what to do. You could tell. And she was so into the song, singing it and getting the point across about love. I said, I had to take these because this lets you see the passion, her passion as an artist. Look at the smile. Look at the smile with the message that she's getting across. Y'all are going to love her song. Y'all really are. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next question. What are your and we said your goals and your plans as an indie artist? I know I've said that before. And you said getting out there. So do you advocate for certain organizations? And if so, how are you going to, I can't say how do you, I'm going to say how are you planning to give back with your gift? How are you planning on giving back?
How I'm planning on giving back? Basically just getting out there. I want to be able to, when I perform to those people or those groups that I like, my ladies. I hate to be a little biased, but my ladies, we go through so much and we wear so many hats, and and I just feel like a lot of times we're just not appreciated. I have a song called "See Me," and not to say my brothers, I know y'all need to be seen too, but just getting out there and singing and going different places and singing and just spreading the word. I feel like a lot of us, we want to get out. We want to have a good time. And, I was saying that the audience that I target is 35 and up. Well, we're the working audience. We're out and so we don't get out that much. But when we do, I'd like to be that person that they go and see, just to get out and have a good time.
Yes, and and like you said, who they can relate to. I'm going to show these beautiful pictures with you live and in action as an artist. And I want to reiterate on what you just said about how we as women, how we wear so many different hats. And I appreciate how you as a newbie, but you've been doing artistry for a long time, because it started with your poetry, but your outlet, how you get your message out. You started with poetry and then turned it into song. So I know the audience that you're targeting, like you said, 35 and up, grown and sexy. When you go and you sit and you talk with them and you sing with them, they can actually definitely feel what you're saying, feel what you're, and they can relate to you. And to me, that is the greatest part of artistry, when your audience can relate with you, when they can feel like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm definitely going to come back and see her again, because she was right on target with everything, with your singing, with your songs, with your poetry, right where I am. And then when people can leave with hope, because it lightens them, it lifts that burden, and they feel like, oh, this is just what I needed. Like you said, we at 35 and up, we don't get out much anyway, because we're grown. We have a lot of responsibility, and then so when we do get out, we want to get out and really enjoy ourselves and relate to the entertainment that we're going to invest in, because it's an investment when we going to see. Absolutely. Yes. Oh my goodness. So this is awesome. I'm gonna I'm gonna show a little bit more of your photos. Okay, so what are some of the experiences that you've had as an indie artist? And I love your artwork, by the way. The artwork is beautiful.
Thank you. You asked me what are some of my experiences?
Yes, as an indie.
Ooh,
As an
well, just
indie
really,
artist.
since I'm so new to this, I'm just trying to break in, and it's been a challenge for me. It's been a real challenge just trying to
Right.
get my name out there, trying to do everything on my own, really. The marketing,
Yes.
the recording, trying to book performances. And, when you're an independent artist, you're doing it all by yourself. So
Yes,
it's time
ma'am.
consuming, especially the marketing, trying to stay on top of
Yeah.
that. I mean, I appreciate, like you were saying, for me now, as opposed to when you did it, I do have the social media platform. So I appreciate that, but it's just so
Ooh, yeah.
much. It's so much. And if you're not constantly in their faces with it, you'll be forgotten. You'll be yesterday's news. So you have to stay on top of that. So that's what I have
Yes.
experienced, and just trying to get my name out there. I'm just trying to get on the radio to be heard. So that's been a process of just getting people to know me. So I'm going to have an album release party in October, and that will be an
Awesome.
opportunity for me to make more people aware of
Yeah.
who I am and what I do.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. So you said a key word in there the marketing, that marketing, that promoting. When you're an indie, because again, an indie artist is someone that is an unsigned artist. We're not signed to a record company, so we don't have that whole record label. We don't have that whole dynasty that's covering us there. So we are, like you said, we are everything. So we're the marketers, we're the promoters, we're the business advocates, we're the content creators, we're the lyricists, we're everything. And then this is on top of our regularly busy scheduled lives. And so, like you said, it's not enough hours in a day. And then and as artists, we still have to get our proper rest and everything, because we can't get up and perform and be beat. We can't start out beat.
Absolutely.
And then think that we'll be able to get up and pour out the way that we ought to.
Right.
And so, but I that's why I'm such an advocate for indies, because our job is never ending. But it's rewarding as we see things progress on. And like I said, you're a newbie in this. So when you start seeing different things I'm hitting and connecting with you, that's so rewarding. And how and I don't take anything for granted, even with me, because I started out as I started out singing growing up in church, and then moved over to a professional background vocalist. I'm singing for a lot of stars, and then kind of stopping. And my husband and I are raising our children, and they are grown now. And I said I was done with it, but again, the phone calls started coming through and asking, was I going to start putting out music? And they were pushing me, and I just said, okay, I'll do it, and just progressing from there. Yeah. So with us, us indies, it's never in them, and I appreciate everyone who loves what we contribute to the music industry. And like you all are gonna get ready to see for your own selves, Miss D.Yale's her music and what her contribution to the music industry, and it's beautiful. So I'm gonna show this. Let me add this in. Okay, let's see. I love this artwork. It's just beautiful.
Thank you.
So we are coming to the segment of the show where we're going to play your video. Can you tell the viewing audience a little bit about your song? What inspired it, and how did you come to write such a beautiful song?
Love Language was actually one of my poems. And what love language is, it's a letter to a significant other, just describing, everybody has their love language. And for me, it's acts of service. That's mine. Yeah. And so I'm just talking about, how I can love you, and how loving you, feels good to me. And it's just one of those feel good songs. It's a little sexy, you know, it's a little groovy there, but but you know, it's saying all the wonderful things. You know, I can get in the kitchen, I can do this for you, but then I can do that for you. I can be everything you want me to be, you know, because I'm that woman.
Yes. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, without further ado, here is D.Yale's song, Love Language. Woo!
Good evening. Welcome to Los Felitas. I'm Roosevelt, your doorkeeper. What brings y'all to the speakeasy today?
Love language.
Love language it is. Does y'all may enter in behind my bookcase? Whoa.
Eyes ready to move love with motion through melodic inflections of my heart's desires. As fate attempts to work in my favor, doubt creeps in. My heart beats faster as I ponder if this journey is just a notion. But love, sweet love, gives me courage and makes my emotions boastful. For I am here for him, to express my feelings that are long overdue. Chance has afforded this time, this space, this platform. My adoration for him can no longer languish as I take to the stage to present my love language.
Woo! Yes! This was D.Yale right there. Love language. And I mean, this is really a grown and sexy song for real. I'm telling you, it's that anniversary time music. It's that date night music. It's that me and honey time music.
Right.
I tell you, beautiful. And
Thank
it's clean
you.
music. It's still clean. Clean and beautiful, beautiful music. So can you tell the viewing audience where can they purchase Love Language?
Oh, well, all the streaming sites, Spotify, you got Pandora, Amazon, Apple Music, and also you can go to my website, which is www.loveinflection.biz.
Awesome. Okay, so if the audience, if they want to connect with you, how can they connect with you on social media? What are your social media handles?
I'm on social media as Danielle Williams. That's on Facebook, and also on Instagram as D.Yale, and also on Facebook as D.Yale too.
Awesome. Okay, all right. So it's straight across the board, guys. D.Yale, and you can find her on Facebook and on Instagram. And so those that are interested in booking you, can you please give your booking information?
You can contact me by email, okay, at Danielle, Danyale, D as in David, V as in Vicky, S, at gmail.com. And also you can go to my website. The website is www.loveinflection.biz.
Awesome. I wanted to show the audience again your beautiful, beautiful photos.
Thank you.
Again, this is artist D.Yale, y'all. Y'all support her, stream her music, stream her beautiful. Like I said, her music is grown and sexy. Date night. Okay, honey night. Okay, it's anniversary music. Okay, so and it's clean and it's beautiful. Just talking about love. I tell you, support D.Yale. Spend her music, go on and stream it. And so, it has been an honor to have you. Oh my gosh,
thank you. It's been an honor being on here. I know. I appreciate you so much.
It has been a pleasure to have a newbie on. I'm so excited for your journey. And guys, once again, support artist D.Yale, stream her music, and because you're going to be hearing big and great things from her. All right, and so this has been my first guest for this evening, Miss D.Yale, artist D.Yale, Love Language. It's a pleasure having you. And I look forward to having you on again. Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Woo! Yes. Oh my goodness. And my next artist for this evening is the artist herself, Miss Samona. Woo!
Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be here.
I am elated to have you here too. We're going to talk about how we met and everything, but let's get started. Can you please tell the viewing audience who you are and where you're from?
Yes, so my name is Samona and I am from Sacramento, California, very close to the Bay Area. That's where I'm from.
Yes, we got California in the house, y'all. So very quickly, we met, Samona and we just met very recently in Nashville.
Yes.
In Nashville, Tennessee.
Yes.
And we both were going for being considered for a tour for this year. They still have a third round of touring to go, so we're still waiting to see if we're going to be added to the tour.
Yes.
But that's how we met. And we were amongst like thousands and thousands of indie artists. And I just loved her spirit when I first met her. Just so wonderful. She and her husband, and Samona is a very talented singer, very talented artist. And we had the pleasure and opportunity of singing in the studio together.
Yeah.
You want to tell them about the studio experience?
You know what? If I could have picked the scariest scenario as a singer, to be in a awesome studio with a bunch of real singers and like high level producers and be put on the spot by yours truly, Shanrae. I was like, oh my gosh, my heart was just palpitating. I didn't get a chance to do my little vocal exercises, none of that. You know, it was just go time. So I had to say a little prayer and I had to just rise to the occasion because I can't let fear tell me what to do.
And she did. Right.
So I said, you know what?
Right.
God, if this is what you want me to do, then that's what I'm going to do. Of course, Shanrae was there with me in the studio. They had to pull her to kind of help calm me down, pull my husband, help calm me down. But, you know, as I began to pray and got my encouragement from the lovely Shanrae and my husband, I got through the moment and the rest was history. But that was stressful.
Yeah.
That was stressful. But it was blessed.
She sang, y'all. We were in the world famous Sound Kitchen Studios, where everyone from Elvis Presley to, of course, the world famous Dolly Parton and Katy Perry, and they did the Men in Black sound, sound, their whole music cat thing with them, and just the list goes on and on. Hootie and the Blowfish, the list goes on and on and on. And we were blessed to be able to be in the sound studio, and out of all of the thousands of artists that we were recorded, our voices were recorded there.
Yes.
So the world famous Mr. Billy Smiley, the engineer himself, has our vocals on his master board.
Right. All glory to God.
Yes. So
it's a blessing.
Yes. Yeah, I tell you. So it was just an honor getting to not only meet Samona, but to sing with her and to work with her. And we had an awesome experience. Yes. So I'm going to move on to the next question. Okay. When did you first get into the music scene as an indie artist?
So I started recording in about 2012. So I did like a small little release where I released 2 songs, Transparency and Fear. And, in my ignorance, I said, you know what? I did my job. I recorded my songs. I'm going to put them out there and see what happens. And no marketing, no nothing. I didn't know. So I did that. Right. You kind of run into scenarios as an indie artist, and sometimes you sign these contracts and just get involved with the wrong types of scenarios. We'll say scenarios. Yes. Sometimes it's misunderstandings, and that really discouraged me. So I actually stopped recording for a very long time. And I had some kids, and then what had happened was in 2020, I just felt this urge to start recording again. And quick caveat, I do feel called to do this. I'm not a limelight person. I don't want to be in the spotlight, none of that, but it is something calling me to record. And so it's just been a lot of rising up to the occasion to answer that call. But I was recording 2020, put a single out, put another one out. It was doing pretty good to my surprise. I'm just a little shorty from California, I'm like, okay, well, praise God.
You sure?
Yeah. And so, 2021 comes, and my precious, loving brother, my twin, I call him my twin, but he was murdered. And my brother was so inspirational just with this whole musical journey. And he kept telling me even before he passed, Mona, you got to do more music. You got to keep going, and just always encouraging me. He was very brilliant with music. And when he passed away, I said, you know what? All the talent my brother had at 38 years old, he can't do nothing with it now. So ready or not, fear or not, I just got to do what I got to do. And
that's right.
Sometimes as artists, we want to be perfect. Everything has to be perfect. But I realize if I keep obsessing over it being perfect, I'll never get anything done. So that pushed me on my journey, and things have just been going up and up from there. So from 2020, started re-recording, and now we're here. So God has been blessing me with a lot of favor, and I've been blessed to meet some awesome people like the one and only legendary Shanrae. So I'm just going on with the ride.
Yes, and just to throw this in here, after we had met Samona in Nashville, we came back home. Everybody went back home. Samona and I connected via social media, Instagram. And then my husband came running down the steps, and he was upstairs working in the studio. He said, oh my gosh. He said, do you know I've been listening to Samona's music for the last year, and it didn't even connect.
Wow.
He didn't. The dots didn't connect when we were together. And then he looked. He happened to look at the picture. He looked again when he was on Spotify, of course, listening.
Yeah.
And he looked. He said, well, that looks like Samona, who we just met. And look, he was like,
that's crazy.
He said, I've been listening to music for the last year on Spotify.
Wow.
And I was like, look. So, like you said, God is opening doors. People are listening to your music, and then like we said, we wound up meeting. Tell your journey. I want to go back because you said something about sign. You signed in 2012 with somebody?
It wasn't a major.
Okay.
It was just somebody trying to,
lock you up.
Lock me up. I said, oh, you gonna let me out?
I know that's right.
So I said, if that means I just can't do music for 2 years, then I won't. And so, but I let discouragement sit.
God, it was only 2 years.
Right.
Woo! But Lord, I thank you. It was only 2 years.
Yes.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, because unfortunately, you got your pros and your cons in everything, not just music, in business, period, in anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you're in church or whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of times when people see potential artists, they will come up with ways to try to lock you in, lock you down, and they may not have our best interest. A lot of times they don't. A lot of times they look at us as cash cows. And so I do artist preparation. I do that along, one of my side things that I do. And I spoke with someone that we met in Nashville, and he was telling me how he had to get a manager, this and the other. And I said, you don't need a manager until you need a manager. And I said, we can talk about that further. You don't need a manager until you need a manager. And I said, and then when you do get a manager, you have to make sure everything is going with your attorneys, and they have to understand that they work for you. You do not work for them. But see, that's a whole nother. That's that.
I'm learning. You see my series,
and
all this was.
It is very, very serious, because when people see talent, the first thing they see is a cash cow. And they know with us, a lot of times with most indies don't know. There's no way we can know all of the ins and outs of what a whole record label, a major like Sony. I'm calling out major record labels now, Capitol, different, Arista. These major record labels, they have so many departments and so many people working working for them to make sure that that conglomerate, that big, business is that, because they have this, and then they have their research departments, the analytics, they have all of that. So there is absolutely no way, even if you do go to school for music business or anything, you're not going to know every single thing. There is going to be trial and error, but one thing we can know as indie artists is to we better follow what our insides, our intuition, and keep them antennas up, and understand what we have, and what we contribute to the music industry. There are people out there that are solely looking for cash cows. And if they feel like you can be that cash cow, then and they can lock you up, then they're going to do it. I mean, a lot of times they're going to look out for their best interest, not yours. So I thank God that you got out of it. Yes, I understand you had to breathe a little bit after that. Yes, breathe a little bit. This is like a bad relationship. If somebody's coming out of a poor or a toxic relationship, I don't suggest anybody. Now, y'all know I'm a counselor too. I wear several different hats. I'm a degree counselor as well. So I always tell people coming out of a toxic relationship or a bad relationship, or maybe you've had a loss. You know, some people, they've had a loss with relationship. Someone has passed on. I tell people, please don't jump into the next one. Don't do that. Give yourself time to breathe. Yes. So just like a coming out of a relationship, even with music business, that's a relationship. You gave yourself enough time to breathe. Yes. And you and went ahead and did something on a personal level. So when you came back, and look at what is going on, because honey, you are blowing up on Spotify. You are everywhere.
I don't know what's going on.
Yes.
Yeah. Didn't expect.
That's God.
Praise God.
That's the hand of God. That's right. That's right. So I mean, this is a blessing, and like you said, the different people pouring into you, and thank God you listen, and you're saying this assignment, you accepted it. Yes. So number 3, can you tell the viewing audience what genre of music that you're titled as, and then also your targeted demographic? And I'm going to show some of your beautiful pictures here. I'm going to show some of them.
Thank you. So I'm a gospel artist, but I don't have like a traditional gospel sound. I love like the neo soul sound, but I am going to be branching out and kind of busting out of that genre a little bit. Sometimes you get pigeonholed into a sound on an indie level because that's all you have access to. So you get tracks, and I mean, yeah, I kind of vocalize in a neo soul kind of way. And so, but I'm working on branching out, if you will, but still being a gospel.
Right.
Yes. A couple of
I understand you're versatile. You
working on my versatility. Right. Yes. Right. And so, even a little bit more, when I say pop, I mean more so in the songwriting structure, just different things to kind of branch out. Because one thing I learned when we were in Nashville, Tennessee, that was so powerful and thought-provoking for me. You know, one of the mentors who was there was the world famous Tony Williams, and he mentored and spoke with a lot of us. And one of the things that he said that was so powerful was about how music is a form of communications. So I have a degree in organizational communications, and I also work on DEIB, which is diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. So when he was talking this talk about music, I was like, wait a minute, it's connecting all my dots. And so I began to understand, if I do it one way, am I limiting the people that my message can go out to? And if that is the case, and that's not what I want, then I got to learn how to speak the language of the people in a broader sense. So that's what made me say, let me go ahead and branch out. I don't know why I said all of that, but I felt the need to say that. And so as an indie artist, I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm still gleaning from all of these awesome mentors that God has blessed me to be around. So I hope that answers the question.
That is awesome. You did. You said that you're gospel, and she has this awesome neo soul vibe, and like she said, you're going to be seeing more different styles coming from her. But I tell you what you're going to hear, especially tonight, you're going to be captivated. I mean, her style and her voice is just amazing. So, what are your future goals and plans as an indie artist?
It's what we talked about in that parking lot when we talked about how much darkness is everywhere. It's all around, and just bringing light. More light needs to come into our atmosphere as music. Just bombarding it with more God-centered, spiritual, positive. And it don't even have to just be, it's not overly preaching to people. Sometimes it's talking about wisdom, how we live according to Proverbs, and just light that will help us. That's what I want to do, because I feel like it's getting a little too one-dimensional out there, and people may want to hear a more positive message filled with love, and just that comes from the Spirit of God, just filling our airwaves in not a boxy, necessarily churchy sound, but in a broad way that people can receive. So that's my plan.
Right. And when you hear Samona's song this evening, you're going to see what she's talking about. Her music captivates all genres. So just music lovers, period. And so once they sit and they listen to her music, and her style and everything is so awesome, but her words, like she said, they're wise, they're positive. And I'm quite sure after they finish hearing it, they're going to keep it. They're going to keep it in their rotation. They're going to keep it going, because she covers everything. She's got that trendy sound. She's got her production is amazing. You're going to hear that shortly. And then again, her message is words of wisdom and love, and it's positive. So going into this, do you advocate for certain organizations? And if so, how do you give back as an artist? And I'm going to show some of your beautiful pictures again.
Oh, thank you. How do I advocate as an artist? So I definitely give back to churches. I was recently a part of this event. It was an awesome event. It was called the Healing Space, and it had to do with women who needed to heal from grief. And there was an organization that was putting on a couple of day workshop for them, where they gave them like free mental health counseling, food, seminars, resources, all of that. And so I freely gave my time to be a part of that and minister to the women and to tell my testimony. I'm about helping people. I genuinely love people. I think people are so valuable, and I just enjoy being able to give in that capacity from the things that I've gone through in my life, and just whatever wisdom that God has allowed me to have, I'd like to give it back. And so organizations like that, church, the Extreme Tour, which is what me and you are a part of, and that would be also another opportunity to give back to underserved communities and just people who need healing and hope. So I'm still on my journey, and so as opportunities come up, I'm always willing to serve and give back. Sometimes I'm at a university or a MLK event or a Juneteenth celebration, things like that. I may not be singing a gospel song, but I can bring the love that God has placed in my heart and share it with others and how I interact with them. And so sometimes it's not always about how we sing and our singing, but it's about who we are. And so being able to navigate in those spaces.
And I had the pleasure of witnessing Samona because like we were both at the Nashville, again, doing the same thing with the Extreme Tour. So we had an outing day when we were there for the weekend. And so like she said, it was not all about singing or getting on there. we did a lot of interacting with the community down there. And so just going and speaking with people one-on-one and encouraging them and just hearing their heart and talking with them. All of this is a part of artistry and giving back. And so I happen to see this with my own eyes with Samona out there talking with people. We didn't know them, but we got to meet them. And everything and just giving of herself. And so that is so amazing just to hear that. And that's to me, that is one of the best forms of giving back, when you can go into communities and just connect with them and just encourage them and to talk with them, And so number 6, the question that I have, you've already talked about some of your experiences. So what we're going to do right now is we're coming to the segment of the show where we're going to play Samona's video. So can you tell the viewing audience a little bit about your song, Afflicted?
So so a producer by the name of RB, actually, he is from Georgia. He reached out to me. He heard one of my songs, Prodigal, just a short interlude song, and he really, really liked it. And he found me on SoundCloud and he said, hey, we got to work together. And he said, I want to send you a song. And prior to him contacting me, I was literally just telling my husband, honey, there's a sound that I'm looking for, but I cannot find it. I can't even articulate how to produce this sound. And lo and behold, RB contacts me. I said, okay, God. And so he sent me the track as soon as I heard that track. Now, I don't know if anybody out there is churchy. Clearly I'm telling on myself, but you ever been in a service, Pentecostal service, and someone just starts speaking in tongues and then another person interprets? Well, that sometimes happens with me in music. So I hear a song and somehow the sounds just start talking to me. And as soon as I heard that sound, I heard afflicted, that it needed to be afflicted, being pressed on every side, perplexed, distress, all of that, but not destroyed, and trying to say that where people recognize and relate with what I was saying. And so I was going through a lot, clearly, especially with my brother passing away, and the way he passed away, it was very controversial. So I had to deal with one of the most precious people in my life, and people talking about him, and he was gone. And me being the sister who always defended him, I couldn't, because it was so widespread. I would be in so much mess trying to qualm what everybody was saying. And I had to learn in that moment, Samona, you don't have control over this circumstance. You need to be quiet, keep your peace. And the Lord gave me a song through that time frame. And that's how Afflicted was birthed. It was all of those circumstances coming together. And this is the baby that came out.
This is awesome. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all in for a treat when you hear Samona's Afflicted. So without further ado, here is Samona's song, Afflicted. Woo!
Afflicted, pressed on every side. I won't be defeated, no. God is with me in the valley. He'll help me move these mountains. Yeah. He always surrounds me with this love. Pressed on every side. I won't wear a frown. I'm not backing down. I win. Pressed on every side. I won't wear a frown. I'm not backing down. I win. Persecuted and crucified, I tried my best. I cried, they lied, they're in all distress. All like a bear, I'm feeling bare and distressed. Not superwoman, don't have an S on my chest. but I say yes to his will. Been tried by fire, but I keep still. It'll make me more precious than gold. God is making me something you never seen before. Pressed on every side, I will wear a frown. I'm not backing down. I win. Pressed on every side, I will wear a frown. I'm not backing down. I'm running this race, enduring. Lord, why you gotta set the bar so high? Trying to do this right, don't wanna justify. The price is on my mind. Not money, clothes, rings, but eternal things. Gold is the road where I get my crown. Grace to set my page, just to see his face would be absolutely amazing. Singing, I win, oh yeah.
Samona, her voice, her style, the production, all of that is just amazing. And her song Afflicted, and how she's talking about I'm a win, you know, pressed on every side.
Yes.
The way her delivery is, your voice, everything is so soothing. It is so
praise
soothing.
God.
I tell you, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. I tell you. So, oh my goodness, where can the viewing audience, where can they get Afflicted?
So Afflicted is available on all digital streaming platforms. So Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Amazon, you name it, it's there. It's also on YouTube and also on my website, samonamusic.com.
Yes. And if they want to connect with you, what are your social media handles?
So on Instagram, it's Samona Music, and on Facebook, it's Music by Samona.
Okay, but if you put in Samona, y'all know it's going to trigger. It's going to trigger, and you'll be able to find her on there. I tell you, and guys, support Samona, support her music. Go on Spotify, YouTube, go on and stream her music. Listen to her music. It is so amazing. Make it a part of your playlist. Her song Afflicted. She has other music as well, but I tell you, and you're going to be really, really encouraged and blessed by what you hear. So for those that would like to book you, how can they contact you and reach you for booking?
So you can send me an email at encouragedtoinspire@gmail.com, or you can DM me, but preferably I prefer that you send me an email. Or I just remembered, I do have a booking form on my website, samonamusic.com. So
awesome. That is awesome. And y'all know I love beautiful pictures. Look at, she's so photogenic. This so cute. This the cutest little face, I tell you. And I love beautiful pictures. She is so photogenic, I tell you. But this has been such an honor having you on my show, my June 2023 Indie Artist Music. Oh my gosh. And I tell you, I can't wait to bring you on again in the future with your new and up and coming projects as well. But I tell you, God bless you in your endeavors. Thank you again for being one of my highlighted artists on this evening. God bless you.
You're welcome.
And y'all are going to be seeing Samona again guys. Let's go on and stream her music. Make it a part of your playlist. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Woo! Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yes. Listen, my third and final guest for this evening is none other than, yes, Mr. Gabriel Oree himself. Woo!
Thanks for having me on, Shanrae. You know, I'm so excited about this. Hey, it's been a minute. We were supposed to do this a while ago, but you know, God, you know, timing.
Yes.
So I'm excited. So, you know.
Oh my goodness, this is one of the baddest indie artists. Y'all about to find out that I know. Oh my gosh, his style is crazy, y'all. I love it. Y'all are gonna be so happy with what you're about to hear. But I want to go on and start with the first question. Can you please tell the viewing audience who you are and where you have come from?
So, I mean, once again, Shanrae, I appreciate this opportunity. So I go by the name of Gabriel Oree. You know, I was born and raised in Charleston, South Carolina, by way of a small little town called Adams Run. And you know, I'm a student of the word. You know, I'm a child of the King. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a musician. I'm a music producer. I'm many things. I wear many hats. But most of all, I'm a vessel that's being used by God in this time, and I accept the call. That's me in a nutshell.
Yeah, I'm guys, y'all are in for a treat. Oh my goodness. So can you tell the viewing audience, and while he's talking, y'all know I love this show, beautiful, beautiful action pictures. So I'm going to start putting them pictures in and out. But can you tell the viewing audience, when did you first get into the music scene as an indie artist?
So my introduction into the music scene as an indie artist came a couple years ago. I did a song called Wait a Minute, and Wait a Minute was a song that I was working on. Listen, I was working on my album for a super long time, and I'm talking about, you know, I grew up, you know, in the church. You know, I was always into music, you know, instruments. So producing music, I think the bug bit me, which is working in the studio with a lot of artists. Like, man, you know what? I could do this. I could rap. You know, I could, and so yeah, I would say 2020 might have been my first test of the waters for indie artists. And you know, that doesn't go without just saying that I had songs here and there, but I think I took it seriously then, and the rest just kind of just came, you know, after that. So I've been blessed to know a lot of people just kind of as a musician, you know, and as doing production for many years. You know, I've been blessed to kind of have a Rolodex of people who I can call friends and who I can lean on when I need them. So,
well, I am blown away because your sound is so professional. I mean, the Lord had you come out in 2020, right on time, right during the pandemic, to help encourage the souls with your versatile, unique type of music. I would say artistry, gifts, all of that, because again, you all are going to be blown away soon in a few minutes when you all hear his music. So can you tell the viewing audience what genre of music you are, your title as, and your targeted demographic?
So let me say something about genre real quick. Genres are designed, I guess, for audiences, right? Yes. So I like to call myself a kingdom artist. Now, I don't know if it's a genre that says kingdom, because what you would hear is what most people would say is hip hop. But I don't really call it hip hop, you know, because the message that I'm giving, I'm using the vehicle of what you call hip hop to kind of display, you know, what God has given me, you know, from my life experiences. And the demographic that I'm trying to hit really is this next generation, you know, as well as I feel like I'm a bridge, you know, between the younger folks and the older generation, meaning, you know, I'm not so old that I'm out of touch with what's current and what's going on, and can speak that language of the younger folks. And I'm not so young where I don't remember where we came from and how we do things. I'm a church kid. I grew up in church. My parents are pastors, so I remember these times of doing certain things that we no longer do, or that the younger generation may not understand. And when you don't understand something, you just kind of abuse it. You think it's nothing. I feel like I'm a bridge, so my music, I wanted to be a bridge for the older generation and the younger generation. But my target is, of course, this younger generation, because they're the ones that's going to carry it on. And so,
oh my goodness, yes, like you said, role model. And your artistry is so compelling till when they hear your music, it's going to impact them. Your message is so pure and it is so uplifting until it will help change their hearts and their mindset, and realize that they can still be a young person, but they can live a purer and an integrous lifestyle. Still enjoy your music, still enjoy your life, but do everything in purity and in good character. And your music reflects that. And it's so catchy too. I know when they put it in their playlist, they're going to be playing it over and over again. And again, the message is going to start getting in and sinking in, which is, like you said, the goal for them, right? It's teaching, a teaching type of thing. And
I think God's called me. I realized here recently that God's called me to be a teacher, and I didn't realize that, but I am a teacher, and so. I want to teach through music. I want to teach through the means that he's given me, and to be that bridge, to be that one who can communicate in that language. The Bible says that, the harvest is plentiful, right? But the laborers are few. So pray to the Lord of the harvest to send his laborers into his field to pick the harvest. The thing about that verse, and the thing that I realize, is there are many different fields, and if you send the wrong laborer into a field that maybe God hadn't called them to, they can damage some harvest.
Ooh, not can, they do. They absolutely do. And I wanted to show you, I had to skip back a little bit, but I'm going to open this up. I want to show you all the impact that Gabriel's making on the chart with his music. You see how he was number 52, and then very shortly afterwards became number 29 on the charts with his music. I'm telling you, because that, like he said, he's sneaking in. He's sneaking in that teaching with his music. His music is nice. His style. I mean, and you have to see Gabriel live. When he's live, oh my goodness, it is so captivating. I'm telling you, he's like I said, he's like one of my favorite indie artists. He's like really awesome. I'm fanning out, right? But it is his ministry. Well, I know it's ministry, but his artistry is awesome. But this is him doing some live singing and some live performing and live artistry with awesome God. And I'm telling you, it's so captivating. And I love to try to get some live snaps so you all can kind of get a feel of his style and how he just grabs you and brings you in. Oh my goodness, just brings you in when he's up and he's doing him. So what are your future goals and plans as an indie artist?
Well, I think the immediate goal is to something that I've just started, is to do this full time, right? Now, announcement, I left my job like a week ago. God told me to move, and he's been talking to me for a while about this. It's like I hit a ceiling, and I can't go past that unless I am available full time to do it. So I took that leap. And so that's immediate. That's a short-term goal. Long-term, I want to make an impact. I want to like everybody. I want to make an impact in my community. In our community. I want to make an impact.
Exactly. Yes.
Teach.
Yes.
How to fish.
Yes.
How to fish. And
right,
and instead of being beneficial, I know we were talking earlier about just being down south and being in Atlanta and seeing more of us doing impactful things. Yeah. And I'm not a hater of any culture, anybody, but I'm definitely a lover of who I am and who God made me. And so I want to uplift all people, but especially my own. So that's what I'm looking to do.
And to see the life-changing what the contributions to the world, and in a different type of business, the corporate setting, and I'm learning and I'm seeing the generational wealth, how they've been passed on and still passing on, like you said, living down here, and how a lot of them started out, and of course, years ago, they had a lot against them, and right now the world seems like we have taken several hundred steps backwards again.
Wow. With
the limitations and with the different type of things that's going on. But you know what? Like we say, greater is he that's within us than he that's in the world. And then also how we have a protector that protects and keeps us from any and all harm, even things that were dangerous, seen and unseen things. And so we can continue, like you said, to do what we're supposed to do and an impact in our world, the world that we're in and we're living in, and the people around us, so they can see, you know what, if he can do it, I can do it. I can do what I'm supposed to do. Look at this again. I'm going to show this again. This was a short. How fast did you go from 52 down to 20?
I think it was maybe a couple weeks or so. Like
a couple of weeks.
Yeah, wow. It moved fast. I was shocked myself when I saw that. I was like, oh wow, it's moving.
Right. And as an unsigned artist, that's all we are as indies, are unsigned artists. Our music artistry is no less, is not any less than mainstream artists. A lot of times you'll find us indies, we have a really strong impact. We're just unsigned. And to see this, how you are recognized, how people are spinning and listening and listening to your music. And like you said, it shocked you how quick. Yeah. So with the charts, those that don't know, the chartings, when you are on the chart, going down the chart is a positive thing. You're number 29 out of 100 or whatever, 200 artists, and you're number 29. That's a positive thing. But if it's 100, the top 100 charts, and you're number 100, still applaud yourself.
Hey, it's not easy.
Especially for us indie artists, us unsigned artists. So out of millions and trillions and millions of artists out there that are unsigned, you made the top 100 charts and you're being recognized. That is awesome. And like he said, we saw he moved down to 29 within a couple of weeks. You are impacting. Trust me, you are. So what are some experiences that you've had as an indie artist?
So I count it all joy. I've been blessed to meet a lot of different people in different walks of life. I think one of the experiences, just the process of working with different artists, the process of being able to, as an artist myself, go out and minister to people in my gift. It's been a blessing, to me, just to do the process. So I think I love the process. I definitely love the results. But just the process of doing it, is what keeps me going. So
right. I understand what you're saying. That process and the fact that you're enjoying the process, that says a great deal, because that's a motivation when you're enjoying what you're doing. And remember, especially we're not the moguls. We're not the big machines, the record companies. So we are everything. We're not just the artists, but we're the business managers. We're the financiers. We're the creative, the content creators. We're the engineers, and we're the producers, and we're the writers. We're everything. We're the marketers. We're the promoters. And so for him to say that he is enjoying the journey, okay, that says a great big deal, that he's enjoying the process, and which means that he's going to be doing this for a long time. And y'all are going to be enjoying his music for a long time. That's a good thing, because a lot of people don't stay in it. They after when it really starts getting tough, they just walk away, and they never complete what they were supposed to do. Everybody has different type of temperament. They can. Some people can take certain things, others can't. But and it's a whole lot of great talents that just get thrown in the towel and walked away. I know. I'm sorry.
I'm just piggybacking off of what you're saying, gems. So a lot of artists, I'm a music producer myself, and I work with a lot of artists. And exactly what you said, people throw in the towel, like soon as they start to see, like, oh nah, this ain't, because we have to wear all of these hats. So what I'm doing with the clients that I work with, I try to give them a level of understanding, on their level, to say, hey, it's many hats that you have to wear, but if you understand what you're doing, the understanding will make it easier for you to do. It's because you don't understand that makes it seem tough. But if you understand something, it becomes easy.
Yes.
And if something's easy, you won't mind doing it.
Right.
But nothing comes free. You have to put in work and effort, and you have to be consistent. But it's that understanding part for me. I always seek to get understanding first. Once I understand it, it's gone. Then I'll know whether I want to do it or not.
Right.
I don't want to do that.
Right. Like you said, you learn immediately, what am I getting into, rather than jumping in with both feet. And then when you get in there, you realize there's no bottom. You either sinking or you gonna have to swim. I like that. You said, let me find out first if the water's shallow or not.
Yeah. Let me test this first. Let me see.
That's the wisest thing anyone can do. It's going to test them. I'm telling you. So you can, you don't want to make a long-term determination off of, like you said, very minimal knowledge. So that even this, what you're saying now, you're helping the viewing audience. You're helping them understand. And once you get an understanding, like the Word of God says, in all thy ways, you get an understanding. I'm about to say acknowledge, but you do, because God will show you what to do. But get understanding. The Word of God talks about getting an understanding and getting wisdom in what you're doing. So yeah, it takes work. A lot of people don't want to do research. They don't want to read. They don't want to do that. But you have to if you want to be successful. You have to. You can't just take somebody's word. You have to research and find out things for yourself. Like he said, if you want to know, well, is this something? Is it a hobby, or is this, really?
Exactly.
Is it a hobby, or is this my calling? So okay. So we're coming to the segment of the show where we're going to play your video. And so can you tell the viewing audience a little more about your song?
All right. So as you see on my hat, Awesome God, this song, it's a lot of songs out there that talks about us being down and I'm hurt and pain. God, bring me out. I just wanted to do a song to explain how awesome God is.
Yeah.
The song is just simply saying how awesome God is. And if you want to experience this awesome God, I try to break the song down where how you can give your life to Christ in this song. Everything I'm spitting is really scriptures. I'm just doing it in my way. But that's what this song's about. God is an awesome God. We cannot forget that fact, that truth. He's an awesome God, and he creates awesome things, and you're one of his creations. You're the creme de la creme of his creation. And if he's an awesome God and he creates awesome things, what are you? That's why I wanted to make this song, to show how awesome God is. He's so awesome. He made you, his kids, awesome kids. So check the song out. It's going to bless your life. I promise you. Get your dance on too with it, just God is so awesome.
Well, without further ado, let me show y'all this. Here is Gabriel's song, Awesome God. Woo!
my God, man. Owner of the universe. No, we won't stop. No, we won't quit. No hands in the air, cause we're heaven sent. We serve a God who's omnipotent. Our God is awesome, he's magnificent. That means he's all power. Tell me about another God. No, I don't think so. He made the trees, he made the sky. From the dust, yeah, he formed you and I. Now keep your hands high, high where I can see him. If you really love him, why don't you have freedom? I got to go, you need to know. Life in the kingdom is guaranteed for sure. Come on, clap your hands, toes up your feet, jump in the air. Praise is the key. Know that when you praise, you defeat the enemy. So scream it out loud, we got the victory. Everybody move left, move left. Move right, move right, move up, move back, everybody just slide, slide, right now slide, slide to the left now slide. Yes, I got rules, yes I got brains. Ever since I tried them, my whole life changed. Took me from the dark and the lights where I'm standing. Got some understanding that you can get the same. Come on if you're thirsty. Drink from this bowl. Take the moment you swallow. Life forms order. You ask me what's order. Now ask yourself this. Man, who am I? Yeah, why do I exist? Where am I from? Where am I going? What can I do? Yeah, the list keeps growing. If you want the answers, dark keeps from nowhere. Take them by the hand, come on, here we go. And change the way you think, change your mindset. You got dominion you ain't realized yet. Confess with your mouth, Jesus is Lord. That means he owns you, that life's not yours. Everybody move left, move left, move right, move right, move up, move back, move back. Now everybody just slide, slide to the left now, slide, slide to the right now, slide, slide. What are you saying? What do you mean? I mean it's not difficult, it's what you believe. Believe in your heart, Jesus is a king. He died and he rose to correct everything. He took the keys of Hades, took the keys of death, took the keys of Sheol. Oh man, what's left? He got the power on heaven and earth. Gave it to his citizens, the last shall be first. Everybody move left, move left, move right, move right, move up, move back, move back. Everybody just slide, slide, right now, slide, slide to the left, slide. We got the victory, everybody move left, move left, move right, move right, move up, move back, everybody just slide, slide, right now, slide, slide to the left now, slide. To the right. Oh, it sounds so beautiful. Y'all know what to do. Look, bring it right back. Hey, 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 throw it up now. Hey, hey, hey.
Woo! Oh my God, just slide. Just slide. Just slide. Just slide. Yes. Oh my goodness. All right, Gabriel, let me move this slide over. Where can the viewing audience, where can they download, where can they get
Listen,
Awesome God?
you can get this song on all the digital platforms. It's out everywhere. Amazon, Apple Music, Spotify. You can stream it, download it, purchase it. It's available anywhere digital music is being played.
Guys, support Gabriel. Y'all saw for yourself. His music is I'm telling you, I love his artistry. Put it in your playlist. I mean, listen to it. Go wake up in the morning listening to it. When you experiencing that kind of like low point in the middle of the day, plug it up and put it in your ears, and so it'll get you bouncing. And I'm telling you, that awesome God is no joke. So how can the people connect with you, Gabriel?
So I'm on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Gabriel Oree. Type my name in anywhere, you'll find me, Gabriel Oree. YouTube, you can find me there. My email address, for those that's interested, is goree4@gmail.com. Again, goree4@gmail.com. But just all my social media, you can find me. Just plug my name in, Gabriel Oree.
And he has a very unique name, so you can't get it wrong. His last name is Oree, so it ain't a whole lot of people with Oree. So it'll pull right up like he said. I tell you. So if someone wants to book you, they want to contact you, how can they reach you?
You can go to this particular email. It's contact@timelesssounds.com. So it's Timeless Sounds, it has a dash in between. So it's Timeless, TIMELESS dash sounds, SOUNDS.com. .com. So contact@timelesssound.com. If you want to book me, that's where you can book me at. You can also go to our website, it's www.timelesstechsounds.com. And you can grab me there. I'll be waiting.
Yes, I'm telling you, you all will not be disappointed. So I am so glad to finally get artist Gabriel Oree on as my guest. We had the pleasure of working together and being on a live virtual concert. We were actually supposed to be going on tour together. We were supposed to be going on an indie tour together, but all of this was during COVID. Yep. And so we had to be extremely precautious with so much going on. COVID wound up going on for another year. And so things kind of got set back and postponed slightly a little bit, but there is footage out there with us on where I'm actually come on before him. Right. I'm the artist that sings before him, and he takes the whole virtual concert out. It is so cool. Oh my goodness. Y'all have got to see him live, guys. Contact him, book him. He's available. Come talk with him, inbox him. He is an amazing indie artist. I believe I'm saying it. He's going to be a mainstream artist real soon, because as you all see, he is an amazing artist. Like I said, one of my favorite. So this has been Shanrae's June 2023 Indie Artist Showcase, and I am so elated to have had 3 amazing indie artists on tonight. Gabe, thank you for agreeing to be one of my highlights this June 2023. God bless you in everything you do. And guys, go out, get his music, spin his music, make his music part of your playlist, and go on and support every artist that was on tonight. We've had some awesome artists, Miss D.Yale, excuse me, I said it wrong, Miss D.Yale. Then we have Miss Samona from California, and she is an amazing artist in her own right. And then like I said, we have our hip hop artist himself, Mr. Gabriel Oree. Thank you for being my highlight artist this evening. God bless you all. And I'll see you in September. Bye. Like I said, if you wanted my love, you should have treated me the best way a man should. Okay, and I said to him, what in the world were you thinking of? Okay, now you regret what you put me through? But he just said again, he just wants to be closer to me.
They don't miss the water to the well ones.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Well,
can we drink to that one?
Yes, we can. Leisha? There we go.
Say some freedom in the house.
Freedom.
He said he just wants to be closer to me. He said he just wants to be closer to me. Girl, you wouldn't believe what happened to me last night. He came by and said he needed to talk to me. So I said, come right on in. You know that we are good friends. He apologized, staring deep into my eyes. He said he just wants to be closer to me. Should I let it go? Trust this go. Can't you see that you and me were meant to be? Yes, I see, but I have to be. I won't be pretending to be just friends. We were good before. I just want to be how we used to be, lovers and friends. Baby, please let it go. This is how it is. And he said, no. He said, we'll be better off as friends. But I can't keep on playing myself, pretending I'm okay by myself. And it took me losing you. I apologize for hurting you. Can you ever love used to be fool? He said he just wants to be closer to me. Should I let it go? Trust this go? Baby, can't you see that you and me were meant to be? Yes, I see, but I have to be. I won't be pretending to be just friends. We were good before. I just want to be how we used to be, lovers and friends. Baby, please let it go. Please let it go. Anyone in my love should treat me the best way a man could. Oh, yeah. Thinking now you regret what you put me through. Oh, yeah. He said he just wants to be. Should I let it go? Can't you see? Yes, I see, but I have to be. I won't be pretending to be just friends. We were good before. I just want to be how we used to be, lovers and friends. Baby, please let it go. Please let it go. He just wants to be closer to me. Baby, can't you see that you and me were meant to be? It's not enough for me pretending to be just friends. I just wanted to